Well, we're all packed up. That's only half of it. Camping on the Scillies. A lot of sorting out. That's not the point. Well, it's panic all the time, isn't it, when you're going to go somewhere. But anyway, we've driven down to the shuttle. There's a place that you can get the shuttle bus into Penzance. So that's what we're doing. And we've just dropped our luggage off over at the bus, and now we've got a tent to get all our camping stuff on there. Now the guy assures me we can, but I don't think he realised that we don't travel light. There he goes, he's loading it up. Brilliant service here. Oh, that was chaos. Just unloaded the bags to these chaps over here. I'll show you the full amount of bags when we get over there. So now to join a queue.
Always a queue.
Always a queue. Pretty well organised. Just had to put yellow labels on, which indicate you're going to St Agnes.
A lovely lady took our bags, or one of our bags for us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, lady.
Thank you, my lady. Okay, tickets got. And now ready to board the cruise ship. If any of you have not been on the Salonian, which is the boat that takes you to the Scillies, you're in for a surprise. Hiya, mate.
That's great. Thanks
Thank you very much. Well, safely aboard, we set sail, leaving the Cornish coastline behind us on the 2-hour and 40-minute journey over to St Mary's on the Isles of Scilly. Well, there they are, the Isles of Scillies, at last. It shouldn't be long now, probably half an hour before we reach St Mary's. Okay, safely landed from the Salonian into St Mary's, the larger of the islands. We're now waiting, because of the tides, for our transfer boat to take us to St Agnes. So we've got 2 hours. So I suppose the only thing to do is go to the pub.
Unfortunately, no. There you go.
Well, I know there's the pub. I know it's unusual for us not to go in there, but we decided to have a little wander round. We've been over a couple of times to St Mary's, taking part in the World Championship gig rowing. Now that's a spectacle worth seeing, so if you fancy a trip over here, May Bank holiday, I think it's the first May Bank holiday, they have the championships, which is pretty good, so definitely worth a visit. Well, here we are, safely arrived on St Agnes. Unfortunately, I lost all the footage of the short ferry ride over here, but we've got the tent up, we've got ourselves settled in, and I think it's time to try and find a pub and maybe have a crafty beer. Well, that looks bloody handsome, doesn't it? Like I was saying before, we've been to St Mary's quite a few times for the gig rowing, but we've never been out here to St Agnes. And I suppose the reason for coming out was, A, because we haven't been here before, but also it was just to have a bit of a break, really. Julie had an accident skiing back in end of February. So it was a case of coming out here and doing some short walks around the island, just getting a bit of strength back in her ankle that she'd broken. But you can see, look at the campsite. There's the campsite just beyond the beach there. I mean, when the weather's like it is today, it is absolutely fantastic. So it's a case of just doing a bit of chilling out, really, maybe having a few walks around the island, trying a bit of snorkeling, but mind you, the water is freezing. Okay, well, it's not quite the Caribbean, maybe not as clear, but clear enough. Was hoping to see some seals, but didn't manage to see any. Plenty of seaweed and a few fish, and I think I saw a few crabs. But yeah, not bad. Bit of fun, but I could definitely need a new mask, I think, or a few tips on how to keep it from steaming up. Well, I can't remember if it's day 2 or day 3. All I know it's time to get an ice cream. The campsite, the name of the campsite is called Troy Town, and the name of the farm is Troy Town, and they make their own ice cream, which is absolutely delicious. So that's it, ice cream bolt. I think it's time to explore the island, or maybe have a little wander around and see what's about. Another lovely day, although it's overcast a little bit. But let's get on and have a look round, and maybe even try and revisit the pub. Well, we found the pub and we've had a beer. I think we're going to head back now, head back to the campsite. As you can see, it is right on the edge of the beach. Fantastic little spot. I think you can hire the tents there as well, or some of the tents. But not a lot else to do, I suppose, apart from just sit, chill out, maybe have a glass or 2 of wine. Cheers, Dolly. Well, I'll tell you what, I bet you've never seen a snowman, and a baby snowman, or even a reindeer made of stone before. Look at that. It takes some melting. We've been shopping.
Like as if we didn't bring enough stuff.
Well, there was nothing that floated our boat, was there?
Lots of nice things.
Nice, but not that nice.
It's all a bit expensive in that place. Yeah, daytime plus 5.
Yeah.
And then Sunday morning. But it's just a fun chat.
Well, we explored the island a little bit more. Now you can see back in the water with this hopeless mask. And I won't try and bore you with too much footage of me snorkeling, but if we look very carefully, you might just spot one or two fish. But anyway, oh, here we are. Look, I knew I'd find a couple. Anyway, I'll leave you to look at seaweed and the occasional fish, and we'll see what happens this afternoon. Well, as you can see, the water is crystal clear, and you are literally maybe 200-300 yards from the shore and the campsite. Look at that, absolutely marvellous. Well, another busy day in paradise. Time to chill out, have some food, barbecue, watch the sun go down, maybe a couple of glasses of wine. Okay, well, we've got a river crossing, another river crossing. Well, we're going to go across over to Goo, which is over there, and I think the tide's going out, but there's a great big gang of school kids, but we're hoping they're going to be getting on the boat back to St Mary's in a minute. Oh, it's still cold. It does look tropical, but it doesn't feel it, does it, darling? Right, it is beautiful. Well, another great day, and I think it was time to try a locally brewed cider. As you can see, there's plenty of room on the campsite, and most pitchers come with a table, and I think all the pitchers come with a great view. Look at this. Well, as you can see, there's plenty of room on the beach, absolutely acres of space. And I think that even though the campsite was pretty much full, there was the pitches are pretty big, lots of space in between, and cracking views. And from the beach at the campsite, you can hire kayaks and snorkeling gear, and I think you can hire fishing rods. This reminds me of one of the scenes in the film Jaws. Well, not a bad place to have a nice pizza. Have a look at these then. We've got ourselves a meat feast.
That is, I can tell you what it is.
Oh, go on then.
Peppers, mushrooms, and pancetta.
Ooh. And
And this is onion, tomato, and rocket.
lovely. Cheers. Well, this is the campsite luggage come taxi service. They'll pick your luggage up at the quayside and let's drop the luggage back to the quayside when you're leaving. I walked it from the quayside to the campsite, which took about 20 minutes. Julie hopped on the back of the trailer because she had her crutches at the time, so she managed to flag a lift. Well, it's a short boat ride from St Agnes across to St Mary's. From here, we pick up the Selonian from the quayside, which takes you back to Penzance. Always seems to be a smoother ride back into Penzance from the Isles of Scilly. I'm not a great lover of sea travel. Always tend to get a bit seasick if it's a bit choppy. There we are, coming back into Penzance, St Michael's Mount, over onto our right hand side. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and more importantly, hope you enjoyed St Agnes and the Isles of Scilly. If you're ever thinking of going over there, or have thought about going, definitely give it a try. If you get the weather, it's probably one of the nicest places in the world.
Come on,